welcome back to my channel. Today is another day of the 1,000 subscriber week. If you don't know what this is, I am thanking all of my fabulous subscribers for getting us to 1,000 subscribers. And I am doing videos this week that you guys have either requested or shown a lot of interest in. In today's video, it's a 2-for-1 video because you guys have said in the past 2 videos that I've done, my BoxyCharm 2017 video and my Battle Foundation video, that you wanted to see this eye look. So I was happy to do that for you. And at the same time, I was able to do a tutorial on this Concealer Collection palette. We got this in the 2017 April BoxyCharm, and so many of you said that you were interested to use this but really weren't sure how. So I was happy to make this for you. I have been trialing and using this for about 3 to 4 days now to try to give you the best way that I know how to use this palette. And to help you out, I didn't even hardly touch the lighter shades because that's kind of obvious. I ended up going into 10 of these total shades, and most of them were on the darker side to show you how you can do a contour look without it being too crazy. It's not that Kardashian dramatic look, it's more of a wearable look. So if you want to see how I got this face today, just keep watching. Before we get too far into this video, if you are new to my channel, I hope you hit that subscribe button down below to be part of the 1,000 subscriber week. We have a lot of fun here. Now, let's get into it. So in order to do this eye look and this contouring look for you today using the Concealer Collection, I am going to start my face the same way I do every time after washing it with my e.l.f. Mineral Infused Primer. I love this stuff. I keep trying other things, and I even think the new Smashbox primer might be breaking me out. I'm having a few spots, so I'm just having to kind of trial and test it to see what works best. But for right now, I know the e.l.f. does not break me out because I used it for so long, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, next what I'm going to be doing is using my MAC Painterly Pro Paint Pot, and I'm going to just be priming my eyes and a little bit of my under eye as well. I've been trialing this for a few days now because I want to make sure I understand how to explain to you guys the best ways that I have found to use this product. So what I'm going to first do is go in with a foundation, and just like you guys saw in Battle of the Foundations, I am going to be using my Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. Now I'm going to be going in with my Tarte Shape Tape and just kind of going under my eyes, a little on my nose, above my brows a bit, and then on my jawline. All spotty. I'm going to be taking that same wet beauty blender, the other side, and just going into town on it. Blend it out. I'm going to start pulling this bad boy out. So what I've been doing and what I've been trialing for the past like 3 or 4 days while I've been using this product is I've tried a few of the brushes that I have, and I don't really care for them when I'm using this. I really prefer to use my fingers. I know some people really don't like that. So if you have a brush or brushes that you know you prefer to use with a cream contour, totally fine. You do you. I don't have anything that really works well with this product, so I'm going in with my fingers. And you may need some wipes to kind of wipe them off in between, just so you know, or a wet washcloth could work too. Because I like to use my fingers, I'm going to start with the darker colors right here for the contouring. And it's really up in that hollow of the cheekbone. So if you go, that's where they are. So if you're always like, I don't know where to put it, make a fishy face right with the ear. You know what I mean? I'm going to start with the shade Toasted Almond. I'm just going to put my finger in there, get the product on there, and what I do is I dab right where I want it to go. So it's like, see that? Okay. I'm dabbing and blending it in. If you don't like to get messy, you may not like this as much, but again, if you have brushes that you know work well, go for it. Just kind of blending. The consistency of this, I mean, you have to kind of work with it to blend it. It's not like the easiest stuff to blend. I don't use a lot of cream contours. I usually use powders. So for me, this was a whole adjustment period of being like, okay, I just need to take a little longer to blend. So we got this. And I kind of go up a little bit just to start kind of chiseling out that cheekbone a bit. And that is just the Toasted Almond shade. So now what I'm going to do, wipe off my fingers just a little bit, and I'm going to go into that bronze shade right below it. It's a little bit of a redder tone. And I'm going to take this on my finger. I'm going to put that just a little above where I went before. And I'm only using one, like, I swiped it and I went to both sides because I don't want too much product because it will be rather easy to overdo this, which is why I think it makes people nervous. So I'm just going to do that patting method again, just slightly above it, but you're starting to blend the two colors together. You're kind of marrying them together. Because you're kind of making the perfect shade for you. So if you're finding one of these other shades works better for you, or you don't want something as dramatic, pick a lighter shade. Totally works. If you want to make the ooh face, you know, the little blow up doll face to help you with this, do it. It will help. You know, no one else sees you. Just do whatever works best. Going up a little bit by the temples again because we're spreading the love, spreading the contour. And if you feel like you need to kind of wipe away some product, I just take my first finger that has nothing on it and kind of just blend downward. And that seems to kind of move the product. So now I'm going to start focusing up here to start kind of, you know, rounding it out. So I'm going to take the shade Toffee towards the top here on a finger that I haven't used or one that has been wiped off. I go into this Toffee shade. I'm going to come right up here. Again, we're dotting, or at least I'm dotting. You might be using a brush. This just works better for me. I'm just doing it on the sides right here. I'm not doing the top part, just right here. Kind of giving yourself a suntan. Now I'm going to do my nose because I always do my nose. This Cappuccino shade to start. So I'm going to come over here to this side of the palette and kind of just do sides of my nose. And each, just like every face, each nose is different. There are parts of my nose that I like and parts of my nose that I like to conceal and mask and kind of like change the shape of. So I like to go from like middle part of my nose down to start narrowing the look of it and then come right under here as well with this the Toasted Almond shade down here that we used earlier to start our chiseled cheekbones. And I'm going to come right in this part of my nose. Every nose is different. I always try to mention that just because you know, back in the day, I used to watch tutorials too and be like, I did it just like Carly Bybel did and I look nothing like her. It's because I look nothing like her. I mean, you work to your face and your features. That is where you're going to find the most joy out of makeup. Now, you guys know I also like to use a little bit of bronzer like right under here. So I'm going to lightly do that with this Toffee Caramel shade up here. Just going to go right here. Just going to drag it a bit and pull. Nothing too dramatic. Nothing too serious. I again just like to do this because I have a very square jaw and a square face. I just kind of like to, you know, give the appearance of one chin versus two. You know. You go into this vanilla shade. And I'm going to go right above that contour. Just go right to. You know, I like my dotting method. For a little bit of highlight. And you can also do this, pick a skin tone shade that works best for you to correct maybe any mistakes that you made with the darker shades. So that way you can just kind of like blend it all back out. Because we are artists. We're making art today on our faces. I am finding, to be honest with you, I did try to use some of the lighter shades for just like under eye stuff. For me, it didn't last very long, but I also have very oily skin, which I've told you guys a million times. So that could be why. It could be the foundation I was using with it. Either way, I'm not setting myself up for failure today. So I'm just going to be using this for like right above that bronzer and contouring. I'm also going to take, you know what I'm going to take? For my nose, I'm going to go up here to this cream shade. The very top one. I'm going to just put a little bit on my finger and I'm going to dot my nose. And I'm gonna do the end of my nose. A lot of people forget that part. I like to do that on my nose. But like I said, everybody's different. Everybody's face is different. Go up between the brows just a smidgen. I'm trying not to be like too much. I just want this to be a very wearable. I can go to the grocery store. I can run some errands look. I think the vanilla shade is still a bit lighter than the cream, so I'm going to take this shade one more time. I'm going to go right underneath my lips and right in my Cupid's bow. So right here. Smooth it with a finger that has nothing on it. And then right there. Then we're going to take again. Wipe off the finger. I do think I want to kind of do a little bit in this back part closer to my ear. I'm going to take the chocolate milk shade, the wiped off finger, and come back here. Because I need to blend out that more reddish tone that I'm seeing. And that's why we get to customize to our own face and your own skin tone. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be moving away from this. Something before I leave this I want to stress to you, and it's something I've learned the hard way, so learn from my mistakes, is you want to use your foundations, your concealers, and any of your creams first, then do powder. Trying to do a cream over the top of a powder is just going to pull product. It's not going to look right. It's not going to blend right. Do yourself the favor of strategizing your makeup that day. Use this first and then powder. The powder is setting it. If you try to go over the top of it with any kind of cream or liquid, you're gonna be disappointed. So just keep that in mind. Take your same beauty blender, kind of just blend what you need. If you see anything that needs a little extra polishing, you just get in it. Screw it. I'm gonna try it. I have a blemish right here still that is making me insane. So I'm color matching by looking at my face. Which color? I'm gonna take a combination of two different shades just to kind of pat lightly on this blemish that is making me insane. So I'm gonna take Caramel Latte and Taupe. I'm gonna put one on one finger, one on the next. One swipe doesn't really work for this yet. I kind of go back and forth a little bit to get some pigment on your finger. I will tell you that. I go tap, 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 tap. I'm blending my colors. There are other ways to do this. This is just what I'm doing for this one little blemish. Take my beauty blenders, but I do this. I'm going to be using my trusty NYC Smooth Skin Translucent Powder. And you could bake your powder. Maybe I'll do that just a little bit. Go in with my wet beauty sponge here. Next, we're going to be going towards the eyes. And the first thing I'm going to do is put on my e.l.f. eyebrow, because I like to. I had so many comments on this eye look that I knew I needed to make this for you during my 1,000 subscriber week. And it's so funny because this was one of the first times I used my new Naked Cosmetics palette that we got in that previous BoxyCharm. And I used the orange shade right here in the middle. I wasn't really sure how the look was going to turn out that day, but I had really spent some time on my eyes and you guys noticed. So I'm going to do the best I can to recreate that. This is a pretty dense e.l.f. Professionals eye brush. And it's just rounded here at the top. Dip into this pigment. I literally just dab it a few times because this is heavily, heavily pigmented. And then I'm going to do is go right into the crease here, and it's going to go a little above the crease and a little below. Okay. So now we have two orange raccoon eyes. That's exactly what we wanted. Okay, so what I did next is I went into more of my pans here. Wait for it, shade by ColourPop, and it's a very peachy coral-like shade. I'm gonna use more of just kind of like a flat brush. Dip into that shade. I'm not putting any like water or liquids on it because it's already very pigmented, and I'm just gonna kind of go over that. Half my outer corner here in that triangle area. Be going in with my Makeup Geek shade Beaches and Cream, and this is a very nude matte shade. Use my Luxie 229 tapered blending brush, dip into that. I'm going to start working on the inner portion of my eye here. I'm just kind of like sweeping it in here to start a lighter blend. Bringing this in here, kind of lightening up the insides. Next, what I'm going to be doing is taking my BX80 Revolution brush and my Timeout ColourPop shade that is this shimmer peachy shade that is very pigmented. So even though it's already pigmented, I'm going to be taking my MAC Fix Plus and getting my brush wet. I'm going to go into my corner. This is really going to give you that metallic-y shine. I'm going to go all the way up. And this is really making these lids start having the different levels of those orangey, huey, those orange coral hues. Next, I'm going to be taking this thinner Luxie 237 blending brush. It's a little smaller. And I'm going to be going into this shade Glamorous by Makeup Geek, and this is more of a golden sheen shade. I'm going to start lightening up this area because I don't want this to go all the way to the brow, obviously. I'm going to go right here. I'm just kind of lightening it, but raising it up just a bit. Brulee Wet n Wild shade. I am obsessed with this. I have bought it in a 3-pack, so I have it with me all the time. I'm going to be putting this on an angled brush here and going right under my brows. And what I also love about this shade is that not only is it a great shade for blending and it looks good with my skin tone, it is awesome for if you, for some reason, go too high, you do too much. If you just need a light layering shade, this is so perfect. I mean, Wet n Wild knocks it out of the park so many times that I'm just like, oh, you know what? We need to do one more thing before we remove this powder because we have a little bit more shimmer to be done here. What? What do you say? We're doing more shimmer? Oh, we're not done. To really do the look that I did for my BoxyCharm video and for my Lock It foundation video that I got double compliments on because I did this look for both of those videos, this fabulous Makeup Geek pigment called Afterglow. It is an amazing shimmer shade, and I know some people are scared of pigments, but really you don't need to be. They're very controllable, and if you use them correctly, they're not messy. I'm going to be taking my Crown C513 brush, and it is a great angled structured brush, and it dips so perfectly into this top portion of the container. I just lightly tap it on here. There's not a lot of stuff that's going to come off because it is wet, but then we're just going to go right in here, and I like to start down low and work my way up. Still see the contour, the light contour. We didn't do Kim Kardashian contour, so you still see that. Again, the same pigment, the Afterglow pigment from Makeup Geek, right here under the first part of the lashes. I know what you're thinking. You're like, Nichole, what about the rest of our under eye? I know, don't worry. You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of the Sedona lace eyebrow and spoolie brush that I got in my BoxyCharm for brows. But you know me, I like to reduce, reuse, recycle. I'm not going to use this for my brows because I don't like it. But what I do like using this little brush for is doing this part of my under lashes. I am going to go into the shade Cocoa Bear by Makeup Geek, which is a nice rich brown red hued matte shade. I'm going to get this brush just a little wet with my MAC Fix Plus. Just going to drag through. Meet it up to where that shimmer shade is. Right to it, don't go through it. And then I take the shade and I kind of blend it out towards the corner of my eye and just kind of pack it in there just a little bit, just so the colors start to blend and marry together, because you want it to look like it's all intentional, not just separate pieces. Okay. We're almost done with this eye look. I just want to marry a little bit more of the shades right up here at the top. So I'm going to be taking this ColourPop by my side pot, and it's got a little bit of shimmer. It's got some shine, shimmer to it, and I'm just going to kind of be blending and like feathering this upward. I'm just going to kind of go right up here, feather that baby out. One of the last things we're going to be doing with our eyes is going into a pigment that unfortunately it does not have the name on the back of the pot. It's like a golden shimmer shade that I think I got in a BoxyCharm last year, so I'm assuming it's Makeup Geek, honestly. But you can use any kind of shimmer shine shade that you want to that will go well with this look. So I'm going to go back in with my Crown C 513 brush, and I really like this brush. I think I got this in a BoxyCharm. I'm going to be wetting this brush again right underneath my brows, like right under them. We're adding that bit of pop highlight right there. Now I'm also going to be going down into the corners of my eyes. And yes, we already have some stuff there. But you know, more is more with me. I like it. Alright, so next is going to be eyeliner, and I'm going to be using my MAC Rapid Black Pen eyeliner. I really like this because it's very, very precise. I just drew these on with a light wing here on each side. I kind of like them thick with this look because it is a big eye look. Next, I'm going to be going in and curling my eyelashes and putting on mascara. Liner and mascara are both on now. So we kind of have this dramatic eye going, and we have some of the contour going, but we're still missing highlighter and we're still missing lips. So I have to go in with MAC's Oh Honey. I gotta say it like that because it's fun. And I'm just gonna line my lips and fill them in lightly. Next, I'm gonna be going in with the ColourPop shade Sunday. Okay, now if you wanted to at this moment, you could do some bronzer because bronzing and contouring are different. So if you do want just some of the like honey glow to you, you could go in the number 7 bronzer in the shade Maple, and I'm just going to take a small contouring brush and just kind of go right here where we put that. Who's ready for some highlighter? Me. With this look, I'm going to go ahead and stick with the Wet n Wild highlighter in Precious Petals because it does have that great pink hue to it that's really going to help marry and blend all of this. I'm going to go down my nose. Now, if you want your lips to be more shiny because this matte shade maybe isn't making you feel like the look is married, what I did previously was take some Fairy Floss from ColourPop, which is this beautiful like lip topper is why I use it. You could also use Cargo, which if you got our recent BoxyCharm, this is kind of similar to that, and that's what I wore for a portion of my first video. I am going to go in with the Fairy Floss though because I do really like this. So this is the completed look, and this is kind of combining 2 requests from you guys. One, the eye look that I did my latest BoxyCharm video for April 2017 and my long wear makeup foundation battle video. This is the eye look I had on for both of those, and this was very highly requested. So I wanted to make sure I did that for you, but another highly requested video was using this concealer palette that we got in that same BoxyCharm for April 2017. I wanted to show you guys how to do both of these looks. This can be scary, and I know that it looks like a lot, but I hope this tutorial kind of helped you figure out how you can kind of make your own shades, kind of do your own contouring where it doesn't look crazy, and it's definitely a day wear look. Also with the eyes, I really think this is fun. I use this for a day look, but that's just me. You don't have to. You could do it for a special event or something, but this was also really requested, so I wanted to make sure I got in both of these looks for you, and it just was a bonus that I could do them in one tutorial. I hope you liked this tutorial on the eye and contour palette. If you did, I really hope you smash that thumbs up button to let me know if you want to see more videos like this. If you guys have more requests, please let me know in the comments below. I am here to make videos that make you guys happy and teach you things that you want to know. Anything you want me to review, just tell me in the comments below. If you're new to my channel, I hope you hit that subscribe button down below to be part of the 1,000 subscriber week. Again, I am so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, friends.